Hey, it's me, your favorite achievement hunter, and in this video I will show you a new card battle game, a roguelike game, which is called Banners of Ruin, where you will have some characters. You will start with two. When you start a new game, you will have some starter cards. Your characters can level up. They also have some equipments, and as your characters level up, they can unlock additional cards which can be used only by that character, and also some additional abilities. You can also decide what combat positions should your characters fulfill in the battle, but I will talk about that a bit later when we will be at the first battle. Well, the game progress as you can select one tunnel each time. The other options will fade away, or this number will decrease if this number has two. Then if you select one here, then at the next selection that option will be still available. So at first I will select this extra currency plus 250 florins, and as you can see the other option vanished. Well, this is just the entry field, so it will start with an entry combat. So here is the battlefield. As you can see, there are 6 available positions. You can decide which will start where, but actually don't has any where it don't mean anything if your character start here or here, because they can attack enemies from the back row, and enemy from the front row also can attack your back row characters. So I believe that is a big problem with the game. It removes one additional strategic element. Your characters have stamina and willpower. Stamina will regenerate to the maximum at every single turn, but your willpower not. So your characters have the maximum ability at the start of the battle, but if you use this 1 points, then you not going to get again refilled for the next turn. One of the biggest problem I have with this game, that if you select one card, it's not working like it working in Monster Train or Slade Spire, that you drag a card to the enemy or your own character you want to use. So if you select one character, then your selection done. Even if it is an attack, then as you can see, this card is selected. You can change your mind. You stuck with your decision. You can change character. Your selected character use the card you selected. So now I need to use this attack on any of this enemy, and I can't change my decision. Enemy is doing a lot of damage, so you need to build up shields. But the problem is the enemies usually attack the same character, which is also very stupid. You almost never can build up enough armor, so eventually your characters will start to die, because the healing is very problematic in this game. And if your character die, then they die permanently. It's another character can survive the battle, but you still losing your character which run off of out of health points. Well, I won this first battle easily. When you won a battle, uh, you can choose a new card and get some currency florins. So once we entered the city, then we will move through 3 phases. Each phases will have 17 movements, so you will need to pass 17 streets. Well, here every single possible selection is the same, so I need to select one combat. No, as you can see, this character has 4 bleeding, so at the start, at their turn, this character will die anyway, so no point to spend additional damage on this character. But actually, I have this free card. It don't cost any stamina, and well, it will kill this character anyway. But if you have simple attack cards, then don't attack any enemy which will die at the beginning of next turn anyway. They won't do their damage. They will die at the beginning of their turn. No, both enemy probably will attack my wolf, which means that my wolf will get a huge health point damage, which is a big problem in the game because healing is nearly not existing. When selecting one lane, sometimes you will find some healing possibilities, but there are literally no healing cards. You can't heal your characters, and the enemy is doing extreme huge damage, especially later when the enemies also have extreme huge health points. That makes the game nearly unfinishable, and this is actually a very huge problem of the game. You can see this symbol uh, on some cards. Your characters has also a symbol. This is a weapon which is equipped by this character, so only this character can use that weapon. Enemies getting stronger as you progress in the game, but your cards not getting stronger. Your card's strength not affected by the level of your characters. So this is another problem. The game is feels very unbalanced again. While elite combat this is not recommended. They these will usually mean an end for your adventure, and this chance to improve. These cards usually always offers the same uh, upgrades. There are no randomity. The same cards offer always the same stuff, which makes the game also very boring. For example, I will get one extra stamina, but I will take 10 damage, which is very bad, but the other solution is entering combat, which would mean also losing stamina, losing health points probably, so I will go for this one. And here also again free combat cards. Uh, Here you can see some different icons. This means that the fight is more tough. Better to avoid those. Also the main problem, because of the non-existing healing of the game, that some effects damaging directly your health points, so you can't protect with armor. This is a huge problem, as I said already, because healing is very limited. There are no healing cards. So when you level up, you can select a new card, and you can also increase your stamina or willpower. You're not forced to select the offered cards. Any of the offered cards you can forfeit. That means that you're not going to get any upgrade for that level up. Well, this time let's try this heavy patrol. This merchant, if you have this merchant, then they're not going to any fight, but you could select one card. Well, I'll actually go for that this time still, so I can show it. Where you can actually loot to get extra florence, or you can uh, choose one from free cards. And actually I don't want any of these cards. Well, no, I could avoid these battles for the price of minus 100 florence, but let's try this combat instead. As you can see, there are no free enemy. Some has no pretty high damage. You still have the same values on your cards. No matter if you leveled up, you still have the that weak armor values, which, well, just count up the total damages of the enemies. This is just insane how weak you get as you progress in the game, and there are no solutions for that. Well, I got some extra armor, so perhaps I can avoid getting face rolled and getting losing more health points if not both enemy attacking my wolf. But they will probably do it. I'll do that. No, each enemy got just one damage. Enemies attacked different characters, which is cool. So when there are enemies in the back row, then they will take a different turn. That way, for example, if you have three characters, you're not going to face that even more balancing issue that every six enemy will attack every single time. So both enemy attacked my character. It also received damage from bleeding. That is just awesome. My wolf is literally dying, and it is actually going to die because this character going to kill my wolf. I could actually get only no. Okay, I can survive. I can add 10 defense to this character. So this enemy has 5 health points, but it has also 5 poison, so it will die at the beginning of its turn. It is no point to attack that character. So I literally won the battle, and my wolf survived with 3 health points. And sometimes you can also find some equipments. Sadly, it is not an armor because it would be nice to replace the light armor on the wolf. And as you can see, there are no option to heal. There are no healing cards. My one of my characters almost died. It will probably die in next battle. Let's move on. Perhaps finally I will get some healing events. But as you can see, there are simply no healing events. Just another combat again. No healing, no chance to survive or get to the second stage. I already get the second stage, but there the combat's even tougher. Your card's not going to better. Your level and level up score gives literally nothing, and it is simple. unavoidable. Uh, the death is unavoidable. Hopefully, the game gets some uh, balancing because I'm nearly sure the game will get a lot of negative reviews in its current state. Another big problem of the game, I'm not sure if I told about this in this video, that you can't remove cards from your deck, and my wolf already died. So this is literally a game end because you just lost your character. You have one character. No, all damage will be taken by this character. And well, the game has serious balancing issues. No, the enemy will do a total of 24 damage. You just the amount of uh, armors you can get is just way too low. You get health points damages. You can't heal. I know this video not a great advertisement for the game, but the game is not good. The game is simply not good, and well, I just can't get enough armor. So I will either kill the enemy or actually killing it better because with this 5 armor I would take still more damage than now. So I know have only one very damaged character and no healing. There are no healing in the game, just one another combat. This is this is probably the worst deck building card battle I ever played. There are no strategy elements. You can't remove cards. You can't modify your deck. There are no card upgrades, level ups on your character not affecting your cards. And there are no healing. There are no healing spells. Enemies are way too strong. They're doing insane damage. They have huge health points. So I have no clue what the beta tester did in this game, but this game is not recommended at all. I will clearly die in this battle. It is not possible to survive this battle. They ruined all my armor, and next turn they will again do 18 damage. It is just with 5 armor cards, it is not possible to build up. You can get you only 5 cards, you will draw only 5 cards. This is simple impossible. And this is the end. So this is the game. You will never get to the end of this game. It is literally impossible. It is unbalanced. The strategic elements are removed because you can't modify your deck. You can't remove cards from your deck. These next tier upgrades, I have no clue what that means because you don't get new cards. The amount of cards are very limited. So the game feels like a bare bones early access game which released in an unbalanced half-made stage. And well, this is getting nowadays a common way to release game to check if the game gets some sales. If it does, then the game gets developed and improved. If not, then they abandon it and they're moving to a new game. So I believe this game is not worth any support, not worth to purchase it. And well, even if you want plus one perfect game for achievements, I must tell you that in 10 hours I not managed to unlock one single achievement. So those are probably very hard ones. I usually don't post raging videos, but this game deserves some rage. They shouldn't release the game in this stage, but it is their decision. Well, I hope you still like this video. You get the enough information uh, to decide if you still want to support the developers of this game, or you will actually want to move to a better card battle. I would actually recommend Slay the Spire or Monster Train instead. Or actually, there is one more card game which is released uh, around the same time, like Banners of Ruin. I not played that game yet, but I will play that game. So keep subscribe to my channel or subscribe to my channel if you want to hear some news about that game, which is Cardaclysm. If you still not subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and have a nice day.